In this video, I'll go over a weekly checklist you can follow to go from 0 to 100K per month in spend on Facebook ads. I've managed Facebook ad campaigns for mobile apps like Calm and Cash App, Uber, DoorDash, and StubHub, and I've learned that winning ads is not about randomness, it's about building a repeatable system that you can follow to get more lucky. So whether you're an app founder looking to grow your app or a performance marketer who's just looking to get into Facebook ads, this one's for you. But before I get into the weekly checklist, getting the foundations right is just as important. And here's what I recommend that you have set up, which many advertisers get wrong or they just don't know how to get started here. First thing is getting your ad naming convention set up right. So in Ads Manager, you can create an ad name template, and I included a sample one here. So the ad name has concept, hook, angle, type, which is video, static, or carousel. Aspect ratio is either 9:16, 1:1, 4:5, or PAC or placement asset customization. And then the last one is landing page. This ad's driving to the home page. You might have different landing pages to drive to. Creative testing framework. So you need to set up and tweak, optimize a system that is objective about your ad tests. So I create a lot of YouTube videos where I go very in depth about creative testing, and you can go back into my channel and just learn about creative testing frameworks and how to create ad set tests, campaign types to use, all that sort of stuff. Next, tracking production. So a simple Kanban board on Trello or Asana or the like, ClickUp, for example. This is super important as you start to scale up your creative production, all your static ads, all your video ads, people that own it, creative strategists, editors, designers, media buyers. And so this is very helpful to keep everything in one place. Next is setting up a creative dashboard. I also made a video on this. You can create something like this in Ads Manager. You don't have to pay Motion like $2,000 a month for something like this. You can if you want to, or you can always just build something on your own. You can vibe code something pretty easily probably at this point, but you can keep track of your creative tests, monitor your creative win rate too, which is very important. And the creative win rate is the number of winning ads that you get. Winning ads meaning ads that meet your CAC goal or KPI goal divided by the overall number of ads that you've tested. And you can track this on a monthly basis. I like to aim somewhere between 15%, 10 to 15, 20, this is all good. Now, the final one in part one, foundations, is getting the conversion API set up. If you're running a web to app flow, this is non-negotiable. You can use something like Stape.io or a Zapier or Make, which is formerly known as Integromat. If you're building it out on your own via API calls, just send the bottom funnel events you're optimizing toward, like a purchase or a start trial. Make sure to read up on the documentation. Facebook cookie, Facebook click, these are little parameters that you need to send along with the event so that Facebook has the highest match rate on your events. And you can see here in this screenshot that we're capturing 141.7% more conversions than via the pixel alone, because a lot of people have Safari or ad blockers or Firefox where it just limits tracking. So this is super important. Okay, so with this foundation, let's get started on the exact weekly cadence you can use. Now, firstly, you need to be launching fresh ads weekly. And this can be a mix of iterations or new concepts. And I'll go over how I think about iteration opportunities in a few minutes. But in this screenshot example here of a creative testing campaign, the more ads we tested, the more the business grew. And this is a common theme among apps and subscription brands that we work with. And you have to gradually ease into it when you're starting off with creative testing. You might start off with small budgets. All of your creative testing budget is going to be your marketing budget. Some ads will crush, some won't crush, but in the creative testing campaign, keep increasing budgets on the ads and ad sets that are crushing your KPI goals inside the creative testing campaign. And further down the video, I'll go over how to scale your creatives in an Evergreen campaign. And this was some original research that I did with a subscription brand that I worked with late last year. They also used a web sign-up flow, setup conversion API, and we found that the more ads that we tested, it correlated to more purchases next month. Their spend plateaued at $50K a month in spend all year, and we increased spend up to $95,000 per month within 30 days without increasing their overall CAC. So this was just a screenshot, and we started working with them in late August. But yeah, we launched more ads. We got their best seasonal new year ever, implementing the creative testing system that I talk about a lot in this YouTube channel. Next, become a student of ad libraries and follow ad libraries for concept trends. I like to use Motion app, the free plan, just to save ads and keep track of brands. I don't like to blindly copy because you don't know which ads are working for them or if the ads are working at all for their ad account. But I find that it helps to look for concept trends. So what concepts do they keep iterating on? What have they localized? This is a good area to look for, because if they keep investing resources into this concept or investing resources to localize this ad, then it shows that it's worth investing resources into. So I'd look there. I like using mind maps for brainstorms, and brainstorm with your team. Use this mind map so you can take a look at all the static ad formats. You can create video formats, universal human motivators for angles, messaging frameworks, stages of awareness. So this will get the juices flowing. Also, every week you should be sourcing new content. And you can film with your iPhone. You can film B-roll, founder story. You can film a selfie video, green screen. You can look at generative AI B-roll or UGC or voiceover. Reach out to creators. Backstage.com is a good site for this, or Billow. If you can find someone on Fiverr to create motion graphics. And when you're sourcing content, think about visual diversity, because people like looking at different things. Like, some people might like looking at podcast content. Some people might like looking at street interviews, things like that. And I stole this from the guys running the e-com brand Obvi. And this is a great framework to think about creative diversity. So on the right-hand side, you have video, left-hand side, statics. Bottom is lo-fi, top is hi-fi. So think about creative and visual diversity like this, where bottom left, you have lo-fi static. You can write something on a notebook, take a photo of it, run it as an ad. Top left, hi-fi static. It's a designer worked on this. Top right, you can tell that they had a studio shoot. It is expensive to do something like this. And then bottom right, UGC, bread and butter, video lo-fi. So next, I have a traffic light system for iterations. And you might recognize this image from earlier in the video. But for green and yellow ads, you can iterate on these ad variations. The red ads, you can just not work on these. And what I mean by red, yellow, green is green are ads that meet your goal. Yellow are ads that are almost there, maybe within 25% of your KPI goal. And then red are ads that are like, there's no way, this is double our CAC or 50% higher than our CAC. You can make a judgment call on this over time, and you'll get better at this over time. But some iterations that you can do for winning ads or ads that are almost there, you can test new creators on winning scripts, test new scripts on winning creators, swap new hooks on winning ads, swap new bodies on winning ads, test new music, combine two winning ads together, or try new formats, a winning image to a video, a winning video to an image, winning images to a carousel, for example. And next, modular creative briefs for video ads. And I built Sovereign to automate this to scale creative volume. And a basic framework of a video ad is hook, body, and call to action. Hooks, in this diagram, we have the visual metaphor of a problem or unboxing or an oddly satisfying visual. Bodies are building blocks of these certain clips, and you can use certain clips in interchangeably in other body videos, or you can try it as a hook, for example. And this is the same example, but in a spreadsheet. In this spreadsheet brief, we have 6 hooks. The body is comprised of some sort of problem solution with unique selling propositions, social proof, and reviews, and then ending with a call to action. And then winning ads in the traffic light system that I mentioned, they go into your Evergreen campaign. And what I like to do is consolidate post IDs by getting the post ID from the ad in the creative testing campaign. And you can pause the video here and just take a look at the steps involved to get that and duplicate it into your Evergreen campaign. And consolidating post IDs is an overlooked part of ad account consolidation. And yeah, your Evergreen campaign can be Advantage Shopping Plus or CBO or another ABO campaign. And you can test this. And now you need to be monitoring Evergreen campaigns every week, probably every couple days. Take a look at it. You don't need to make changes every single day. And you can monitor performance of your top ads for fatigue, cut decayed ads before CAC gets too expensive, consider implementing triggers, adjust bids and budgets every week or every 5 days, 3-5 days maybe. Take a look at 7-day rolling averages of ad level performance, ad set level performance, campaign level performance. Remember to have exclusions via dynamic and static lists. Yeah, don't target existing users in your prospecting user acquisition campaigns. Okay, yeah, I just went over the tactical stuff you need to do to scale, but I didn't have time in this video to go over the intangible stuff that's just as important. And to be completely honest, none of the stuff I just went over will matter if you don't do the things that I mentioned in the next video. So click the video on the screen now, and I'll see you in the next one.